Hello, my name is Summer Whitted, and today we will be talking about why any form of bullying, cyberbullying, anything should not be tolerated at all. So, more than 1 in 5 students say they have been bullied in some form of fashion, which is about 20.8%, and that is from a bullying statistics website that I had found. I personally have experienced lots of bullying in my adolescent years up until I graduated high school, and I can attest to how negatively I was affected, how much my self-esteem was low, just because one person or a couple people said that I wasn't worth it or something like that. And with so many negative effects that can be caused to someone because of bullying, there should be a system in the schools that just doesn't tolerate bullying. From my personal experience, whenever someone bullied me or said something mean or rude or hateful to me, I know that they're not supposed to tell you what they're doing to that student, but from my experience, I never once saw any of the people that I was getting bullied by get in trouble because of their actions. So we need to have, any school district needs to have something implemented where a student that is bullying is dealt with in the correct manner, not just getting told not to do it and then still continuing to do it. First, we will look at the rates of depression, mental disorders, suicides caused by bullying. All of this can be caused by simply saying you're not good enough to someone. Second, we will look at the ways that the schools can combat it and how they're currently combating it. So students their mental health is negatively affected by bullying, from them self-harming to suicide. Suicide is the number one, second leading cause of death in the United States currently. Some students already have poor mental health, and then by someone telling them that they're not good enough, they go to the extremes and they try to commit suicide, or some people succeed in committing suicide. I have personally been friends with someone that has committed suicide because of bullying, because someone said they weren't good enough or they didn't have the proper clothing or something to be in a certain group. The Megan Mirror Foundation quotes and states that students that experience bullying are 2 times more likely to attempt suicide than those who aren't bullied. So say most people are bullied or are the bully, but say someone isn't being bullied and then there's another kid that is being bullied daily or even once a week. That child that is being bullied is 2 times more likely to commit suicide than that person that is not being bullied. That is a problem, that a person that's being bullied is 2 times more likely to commit suicide than anyone else. Anything that causes the suicide rate to increase should be dealt with in a manner that properly covers the severity of the issue. The next issue with bullying is that it causes poor mental health. The same foundation quotes again, stating that the student that experiences bullying or cyberbullying, or any bullying for that matter, are more likely to have family issues, struggle in school, have anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem. There's so many issues with bullying, and it's not being dealt with properly. Bullying is an issue that not only affects the individual, there's family issues that come from bullying. Because say that person gets bullied, they go home, they have little siblings, they bully their little siblings. It's a cycle. It affects more than one person. It's not just me getting bullied and it not affect my family. I know that me, when I was getting bullied, I would come home with the worst attitude. I would treat my family terribly just because someone told me I wasn't good enough. So I had to make someone else feel like they weren't good enough. And I know that that's the thing for other people to do too, not just me. With these statistics being shown of how big of a problem this is, it should get people thinking in what manner we should deal with these. What are the implications of bullies? Anyone can see that something's happening and that there's more to be done because people are still taking their lives because of suicide, because of bullying. Schools, and I've taken this in firsthand, schools say that bullying is not tolerated. But if it wasn't tolerated, then the person that bullied me from 7th grade year to my senior year would have been in way more trouble and would have stopped bullying me, but she did not. I have seen it firsthand, and so I propose that more should be done about bullying in schools. Like I said, my experience is that not much has been done with bullies. I know that schools aren't allowed to tell everyone about everything that's going on, but something needs to happen. I think that bullying should be grounds for expulsion. If it's causing someone to take their life, they should be expelled for it. As anything should be if it's detrimental to the person that it's happening to. Bullying is a major problem that needs to be dealt with in a proper manner. For me, I personally believe, especially because I'm gonna be a teacher someday, that expulsion is possibly the only way to combat the bullying issue properly. Bullying is a major problem that leads to low self-esteem and suicide, yet schools are not taking the proper prevention methods. I believe that expulsion is the only way to combat this issue. People need to understand the ways people act in the situations where they're being bullied so that they can go and report the bullying even if it's not happening to them. Just a reminder that bullying can happen to anyone at any time. No one is exempt from bullying. Thank you.